and then obviously you came to Blues then. And when you first came to Blues, it was, from reading it, it was meant to be for a month or two, wasn't it? And then obviously you stayed for years and years. So how did the move to Blues come about?
Well, I was going to sign in the summer because I was a free contract from Bolton, but Lee Clark couldn't do the deal for some reason. I don't know what was going on, but he just said, I think it was the amount of bodies that he had in the building, that he couldn't bring any more players in. So he was honest with me, and he was upfront with me, which was great. So yeah, it was tough though. That 3 months, I didn't have a club. I was training by myself. I was going for runs. I was keeping fit. I was doing football sessions. I was going on trials to other clubs. Just putting myself out there. I wasn't afraid to sort of say, right, we'll come in, we'll have a look at you to see what sort of shape you're in. For me, it was, I need to go in, I need to prove a point, because that's my mentality and that's my character. So yeah, I did find it tough when clubs were not accepting that they weren't going to take you on. So yeah, and then out the blue, obviously Blues had a big injury crisis when at the time it was a real bad defensive. Murphy had gone down with a knee injury. Stephen Carr had gone out with a knee injury. So there was a lot more defenders that dropped down. And then Lee Clark phoned me and he said, "Look, can you come in when we want to have a look at you?" So I went in and trained, and it was month to month for the first 4 months I was doing that. So it was crazy. I've never done it before. It was a bit of a wild experience, but one I really enjoyed. And again, it made me settle and be easier when I went in there anyway, because I knew most of the lads, and they was a great group. So yeah, I sort of fitted in straight away, which made it easier for me.
I was gonna, just out of my own curiosity, really, Robbo, like you were saying, obviously you're a free agent looking for tea. How does that work in terms of, do you have like a CV that you send off to football clubs, or do you phone about? Like, how does that kind of thing work when you're a free agent in football?
Yeah, I think it's obviously your agent. You rely on your agent to help you out, phone clubs, but obviously not too much. Again, now it's about trust, isn't it? Players. I was 33 at the time, and it's a funny number now. When you get in your 30s, it becomes funny for managers to sort of try and accept these older pros who are they're looking at, probably they're on their downward slope going into the end of their careers. But for me, it's just a number. I always looked after myself. I was always professional. I wanted to always do what was right. If I wasn't going to play, then I was always very supportive of my teammates. That was just me. So I knew I just had to go into somewhere and prove a point. And unfortunately, the clubs that I went in before couldn't either afford to give me a wage, or they had too many numbers for my position. But it was great because I knew that I was going in to certain clubs and keeping fit. But like you say, you just miss that day to day and that game. When it comes to a game, when you got the crowd, that's what I was missing. I was missing that buzz on a weekend, and every day being around a group of lads. Yeah, I really did miss that. So I was finding it hard, but I got through it with determination and mental toughness. I found a way to sort of block out the negativity and just keep going. And yeah, Lee Clark really looked after me, so it was great. I really appreciate Lee Clark giving me a call.